What is up, everybody? It's Pixel, and today I am so fucking excited to talk to you about this new game that came out a couple days ago, Monster Hunter World. Now, nobody really knows this because this was back before I started streaming, but Monster Hunter is probably my favorite series out of any game series ever. It is absolutely my favorite, and if you were to ask me which I like more, Monster Hunter or Kingdom Hearts, I would probably have a brain aneurysm. So you can probably understand my excitement when I found out Monster Hunter was coming to PlayStation 4 and it was just as good as all of the other ones. I was super fucking excited to hear about it. And I hope that I can relay some of my excitement to you and maybe you end up wanting to play the game yourself. That would be absolutely amazing. One of the biggest things I love about this game is the armor crafting. You really feel like you earn every single thing that you have. With the long weapon trees, it really feels like you have complete customization over what you're getting, and it's just an amazing system of crafting and upgrading weapons. And the weapon balancing is something else that I really love because there's no real OP weapon. You know, there's not if you're not using this weapon, then you're sucking, because every single weapon is balanced with the same multiplier on damage. And let's say, for example, long swords do less damage than hunting hammers. Well, to make up for this, they make the long sword a faster weapon to use. That way, the damage equates, and it doesn't make it so you're sitting in the dust because you're not using a specific weapon. Another thing I absolutely love about this game is the group finder. The group finder is absolutely amazing, whether or not you want to go up with a party with your friends and start doing missions, or if you want to join an online matchmake and wait for one of them to post one of their quests for you to join. But one of my favorite functions for multiplayer is the SOS button. Basically, you can go on a mission and you can fire an SOS button, and anybody that wants to can go search for open SOS buttons and they can go join your session and they can just help you finish the mission that you're on, and you even get the mission rewards for completing it. It's an absolutely amazing function, and it's super helpful for those who really want to play multiplayer but don't want to, find a group of friends and organize stuff and all of that. It's a good, quick, I really quickly want to just go farm out this boss. And that's actually how I got a bunch of my armor sets. I went to the SOS board and I looked for people that were doing Arjanath when I was trying to get his armor, and I farmed up enough kills for me to get the full set, and that's exactly what I did with Raytheon, which is what you're seeing now. This group that I found for Raytheon was I ended up having to create the group, and I opened the SOS flare, and people just joined up. It was that simple, and it was that awesome. Compared to the last game, I would say, and when I say last game, I mean last game that I played, which was Monster Hunter Tri. I played Monster Hunter Tri, Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate, which was on the Wii U, and I played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, which was on the PSP. I think in total I have about 3,000 to 4,000 hours in the Monster Hunter series, and I've got to say, this one is the most polished version of the game. I really love the map tracking, which is honestly something that I haven't seen in past Monster Hunter games. Basically, once you see something, you remember where it is on your map, and you basically just click the right stick, and you get a green trail that would lead you right to it. The only problem that there is with this, and it's the same problem that Monster Hunter has had with all of its games, but it's honestly one of the reasons I love this game so much, is because it takes a long time to find the monster. You have to actually learn where these monsters spawn, and you have to learn where they're going to go. And it's not easy to find the monsters, so it ends up taking you quite a bit of time to end up finding them in the first place. But once you find them, you can lock on and track to them, and everywhere they go, they have just a green flare that follows them. Honestly, the only reason that I didn't upload this video a couple days ago is because I honestly have not been able to find the time to record the video, simply because I've been too busy playing the goddamn game. This game is absolutely insane, and for anybody who really loves Monster Hunter, I would recommend picking this game up. One of the only downfalls of this game is that it doesn't come to PC until late fall. A lot of the community of gamers nowadays is on PC, so the fact that this had to release for console before it released for PC, and we don't even have a release date for PC, is one big downfall of this game. But when people are trying to make a good port for a game, they don't want to release a shitty port. It's kind of just one of the downfalls of having a PC that you play on. One of the things I love about this game that not a lot of people understand is just how much depth goes into hunting these monsters. You really feel like you're learning how to hunt monsters. I'll give you a great example. One of the main weapons that I use is a hunting horn. A hunting horn is the main weapon that I use. I was trying to farm for Raytheon armor. Now, Raytheon spends most of the time up in the air, spends a lot of the time of the fight in the air. And the only hunting horn that I had was poison. Well, I know that Raytheon has poison, so she's not going to be weak to it. So right off the bat, my hunting horn wasn't a very good weapon to use. So what did I do? I ended up having to use my longsword, which has a lightning affinity, which has a lightning element, and it has high affinity on it, because I knew that, Raytheon is weak to lightning. So with all these customizations, and then you can go deeper into it, Rathalos, he's a boss farther on in the game. Rathalos spends even more time in the air than Raytheon does, and he flies around all the time doing moves from the air. So maybe using a melee weapon isn't the greatest idea for him either. You would want to use a bow or maybe a bow gun. There's so much customization and there's so much depth to this game. You have to keep your old armor sets. You can't throw them away, because for Raytheon and Rathalos, fighting a boss with armor on that is weak to fire is not a good idea, because most of their attacks are fire. So you need to keep armor that is high resistant to fire, high resistant to lightning, and so on and so forth. That means you just need to go farm out bosses, and honestly, the farming isn't even that much. When you think of farming, you think of spending 2 to 3 hours or so trying to get one piece. No, with Monster Hunter, usually you can get an entire set of armor and about 6 kills. Now, if you're using the SOS button feature like I did, that'll take you about 45 minutes to an hour to get an entire set of armor. It's just enough time to get a lot of kills and for you to truly enjoy and learn something from the fight, but it's not long enough where you feel like you're drudging on and on and on and on and on, and it completely just bores the living shit out of you. And it makes it so by the time you actually get the armor, you never want to see that boss ever again. I personally think I farmed about, 6 kills of Anjanath to get the entire armor set. And I would say, just as many kills on Raytheon just to get the armor set. And I still, at any point, would go back happily to do either of those monsters, just because there's so much fun to be had with actual fighting. Just improving yourself through the fight, not learning what mechanics to dodge, learning what... you do a lot of listening for audio cues, looking for visual cues, stuff like that. And it's honestly, there's just so much depth in this game that nobody really has the ability to get as far down into this game as you possibly can with how much time has gone on. The game's only been out for a couple of days, and like I said, I wanted to get this video out to you a couple of days ago, but I've been just too busy playing the goddamn game. It is just so good. It is going to be very, very hard for any other game to top this. This game completely knocked World of Warcraft off for me. I was playing World of Warcraft. I was starting to get bored of it. Monster Hunter came out. Bam! I haven't logged into World of Warcraft since. It is absolute malarkey. This game is just stupid fun. And I would urge all of you to go buy it and to go play it. It's out for Xbox One and PS4. It's coming to PC sometime this fall. Don't have a release date yet, but when we do, I will let you guys know. And I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks.